Coming to you live from Asia's biggest television news facility. Big day today in Parliament. It's going to be big for the next 3 days because the no confidence debate has started in Parliament today, and the very start itself was a bit of drama. That's because Congress leader Rahul Gandhi, who returned to the House yesterday and was supposed to be the initial speaker for the India Alliance, starting off the no confidence debate proceedings, he, for some reason, chose not to be the first speaker, and instead he made way for Gaurav Gogoi, who was the mover of this motion, the mover of this no confidence motion, and he became the first speaker. Just before the BJP's first speaker could start the debate from the government side, a question was asked as to why Rahul Gandhi was not choosing to speak first, to which the response that we got from the Congress party was that he wants to speak only when the Prime Minister is present in the House. Well, that's likely to happen over the next 2 days, but first, the story.
हिंदू सभ्यता संस्कृति में बिलीव कर रही है, इसीलिए अलौकिका पंडिता की तरह जो पूरा किताब में लिखा हुआ है कि क्या क्या करना चाहिए भारतीय नारी को, उसका पूरा का पूरा पिक्चर सोनिया जी देंगे। उनको दो काम करना है, बेटे को सेट करना है।
आज आप लोग मणिपुर का नाम लेकर के, नॉर्थ ईस्ट का नाम लेकर के बार बार जो आप लोग बोल रहे हैं, काश आप लोग 2014 के पहले के परिस्थिति को याद करते तो आपको आज नॉर्थ ईस्ट का नाम अपने जुबान पर लेने के लिए भी आपको सोचना पड़ना था।
What this parliament cannot afford is a no confidence motion against the central government, because every political party must give their constructive suggestion at the moment.
प्रधानमंत्री महोदय ने एक मौन व्रत लिया कि सदन में ना लोकसभा में कुछ बोलेंगे ना राज्यसभा में कुछ बोलेंगे, और इसीलिए अध्यक्ष महोदय ये नौबत आनी पड़ी कि हम अविश्वास प्रस्ताव के द्वारा प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का मौन व्रत हम तोड़ना चाहते।
जुमले पे जुमला, लाइक अमित शाह जी सच बोलते, आपकी बात साइड से बहुत कम। ये वो या गडकरी साहब बोले थे कि ये जुमला ये गले की हड्डी हो गया, ना नीचे जा रही है ना बाहर आ रही है। दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम।
और मैं सरकार से सवाल पूछना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि सितंबर 2020 से जब से ये सदन मिला था कोविड के बाद, आज तक इस सदन में चीन के ऊपर चर्चा नहीं। क्या ऐसा हो सकता है कि ऐसी थिएटर लेवल की इंकर्शन हो, घुसपैठ हो और हमारे खुफिया तंत्र को पता न लगे?
हर 3 घंटे में एक महिला का शारीरिक उत्पीड़न उत्तर प्रदेश में हो रहा है, और उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार और केंद्र की सरकार और ये डबल इंजन की सरकार इस बात का संज्ञान नहीं ले रही है।
If anybody loves India, they will oppose Modi, because his government has been a government of failed promises and disastrous policy decisions.
Women and children brutally killed. Where? It is not in Manipur, sir. It is in Ahmedabad, sir. Our Prime Minister, the former Chief Minister of Gujarat, was ruling the government.
All right, so the end of the day, the numbers matter because this is a no confidence motion that's been moved. It will be followed by a vote. So how do the numbers stack up? The numbers are overwhelmingly in favor of the NDA. The government on its side currently with the BJD and the YSRCP has 365. That is a mammoth majority compared to what the opposition has. The entire India Alliance of 26 parties, they have 140 odd. There are undecided 32, but that figure has progressively come down because some of the fence sitters have decided to back the NDA like they did for the Delhi Services Bill yesterday. The breakup of this 365, the BJP itself has 301 out of this 365. That's almost 90% of the NDA seats. The Shiv Sena Shinde faction has 13, the LJP has 5, the BJD and the YSRCP are a significant chunk. That adds up to 34 seats, 22 of the YSR Congress and 12 of the Biju Janata Dal and another 12 who are others, smaller parties. all of that adds up to 365. The opposition, on the other hand, the Congress is 51, the TMC 23, the DMK 24, the JDU, which fought in alliance with the BJP in 2019, they have 16. Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray faction 6, and others 21. It adds up to 141. The undecided is very, very less. It's in fact less than 1% of the strength of the Lok Sabha. So if the numbers are stacking up this way, then why do we believe that 2024 will be a contest? Perhaps a more even contest, or perhaps even more of a contest than what we saw in 2019, because these numbers in the Lok Sabha don't tell you the full story. Let's take you now to the magic wall. And the magic of the magic wall is now going to come forth and show you how it's not just in the Lok Sabha, but if you were to take an aggregate of the various Vidhan Sabha elections that we have had over the last 5 years, from 2018 to 2023, the overall number of votes that the NDA has polled in all of these assembly elections in the last 5 years is 23.2 crores. The India Alliance parties, and mind you, there are a large number of strong regional parties, the DMK, the TMC, etc., in these last 5 years in assembly elections have polled a little more than 26 crore votes. So essentially, there's about a 3 crore plus vote difference in the assemblies. And also in terms of number of seats, the NDA has 1,704 seats in various assemblies. The India Alliance parties have 1,793. So that's the breakup in the state assemblies. In the Lok Sabha in 2019, where the BJP had 303 on its own, they polled 25.9 crore votes with 331 seats, whereas the India Alliance polled 22.9 crore votes. There was a 3 crore vote difference between the NDA and the India Alliance, but the number of seats was less than half, the India Alliance having only 142. Let me now take you up to speed with yet another, and this is how it is likely to play out in 2024, because between these two alliances, the NDA on the one side, the India Alliance on the other, more than 87.7% of seats out of the 29 states in the country are either with the NDA or with the India Alliance. Similarly, in terms of votes, almost 80%, so 4 out of 5 votes that Indians polled in the 2019 election either went to the NDA or went to the India Alliance. Similarly, 90% of the votes in 18 states, that is 2/3 of the states in this country, 18 states, 90% of the votes went to either of these two alliances. Another 9 states, you had 80% of the votes. These are states which have third-party players, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, third-party players who are strong, who are either ruling that state or are strong opposition parties in those states who managed to get 80% of the votes. So what this means is that the fence sitters, if 90% in 18 states and 80% in all 29 states have gone to either of these two alliances, then that means the 2024 game will be essentially a 2-horse race between these two alliances. The scope or the elbow room for any kind of a third front or a third-party alliance or third regional players to survive or thrive will be much, much more reduced compared to what it was in 2019 or in 2014.